Going.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Manhattan Tech.
I'm Tyler Jackson, founder and publisher of Manhattan City Lifestyle Magazine.
And I'm Chris Boxberger, Dean of Academic Partnerships and Outreach. Thank you for joining us today for Manhattan Area Technical College's 4th Annual National Technical Letter of Intent Signing Day.
Did we just become best friends?
Yep.
Oh, man. All right, this will be a fun day. Now, Chris, I got a question for you.
Hit me.
Are you ready for some football?
What?
No?
No.
No? How about one shining moment, you reach for the sky?
Tyler, what kind of intent letter signing day do you think this is?
Oh, this isn't take me out to the ball game.
No. This is a technical college.
Oh.
We got rid of sports years ago.
Oh, I thought we were about to join the Big 12.
No. Now, esports, that might be a thing in the future. We have the E-Bisons. They're coming, I promise.
The E-Bisons.
E-Bisons. All right, so today we are celebrating the achievements of our students who have chosen to pursue a career in technical education program at our college. We recognize the hard work and the dedication that these students have put in to reach this point, and we are proud to have them as part of our college.
Heck yeah. Now, as you sign your commitment letters today, you're going to make a promise to yourselves and to your future employers that you will strive for excellence in your chosen field. You're taking the first step towards building a successful career and a better future for yourselves and for your families.
Absolutely. Just like many student athletes, so we're back to that. They all get the opportunity to sign their letter of intent to become an athlete at a specific college. Students, you are signing a letter of intent to pursue a technical program at Manhattan Tech and graduate workplace ready in a rewarding occupation.
But today is not just about signing commitment letters. It is also about celebrating your accomplishments and the opportunities that lie ahead, and you're taking an important first step on your path to a rewarding future in a high-demand career field.
Our signing day is part of a National Career and Technical Education Letter of Intent Signing Day, which is held at colleges throughout the country. At this moment, there are over thousands of students just like you in North Carolina, all these other places that are live streaming their events as well. You are part of a national event right now.
So what we want to do is we want to invite you to watch this NC3 video with us.
What's NC3, Tyler, before we start this video?
NC3 is a national coalition of certification centers.
Absolutely, thank you. So let's roll this video and let's get it going.
That success starts today as you embark on this exciting new educational journey in CTE.
Congratulations on participating in this year's National Signing Day for Career Technical Education.
Welcome to National Signing Day and to your very bright future.
I want to congratulate you on making this important decision.
And I want to thank all the participating colleges for joining us on this very, very special day, recognizing students from all across this United States of the value and the nobleness of technical education.
This was an idea about how to engage directly with young people and bring them into great career fields.
And this event celebrates and recognizes the critical importance of career and technical education.
Today you're signing with a school that's going to prepare you for the quickly changing world of work.
This commitment to become the next generation of skilled professionals places you on the forefront of innovation.
This certificate or degree and the certifications you earn will be the proof your future employer needs to know you'll get the job out.
You'll not only be ready for the first job, but on a journey for a very successful career.
So your interest in educating yourself not only helps you and your family,
but it's also important to your community and to the nation as a whole.
Today, we celebrate your commitment to become part of that great American legacy.
Congratulations to the schools, instructors, and family members
whose support helped make this momentous day possible.
We are here as industry partners to cheer you on.
Thank you for participating in this important day.
We're very proud of you, and we're very glad you're joining us.
I'm delighted today to join NC3, congratulating students who are signing today for challenge and opportunity tomorrow.
Hope has a face. Today that hope begins. Congratulations to all of you. What a great day this is.
This country of ours was built by the hearts, the minds, and the strength of its people. It was not by chance that we got here. It was because people dared to set their sights and achieve. NC3 celebrates you. You are the dreamers of today, the doers of tomorrow. Your signature on this National Signing Day sets your sights on success, and we are here beside you. Together, we will build, grow, and improve. There are thousands of you today, across the country, declaring your intent to achieve. Career and technical education is the key to your bright future. That's why your instructors, your school, and NC3 are here for you. That's why our industry partners are investing in you. We want you to certify that you've got what it takes to succeed, and we know you do. We want the world to know what you are capable of. You sign today to formally continue your journey, a journey to the career that we know you deserve. You will transport us in vehicles faster and smarter than they have ever been. You will keep us safe and comfortable in buildings, stronger and brighter than they have ever been. You will use the tools and technology of today to build the tools and technology of tomorrow. You will feed us, keep us healthy, and light the way. Your creativity and ideas will enable invention, conservation, and endless possibilities for all of us. NC3 and our industry partners are proud of you. We celebrate you. So sign your name and join us. We need you now more than ever. Congratulations and welcome.
So while we're working on getting our mics working, thank you very much, we'd like to bring up not just another brick in the wall. This individual, he's the man with the plan. So right now I'd like to introduce the president and CEO of Manhattan Area Technical College, Dr. Jim Janant, to the podium. It's for $1 million, absolutely.
Actually, he's mini-me, but younger.
Well,
see? Look, I mean, but you got red shoes.
I do have red shoes. I have a sense of style.
We won't go any further.
We won't.
How y'all doing? Good. Thank you for being here. First, I want to thank Neil Ross, our Dean of Students, the staff who are scattered all around for putting all this together, our faculty that are here, because none of this happens without them. I'm the pretty face. I don't do anything. They do all the work. Couple things. Earlier today, SpaceX launched their big new rocket. And it lifted off fine, and then about 4 minutes into the flight, it went boom and blew up, which is sad. The live commentator for SpaceX explained it this way. Starship just experienced what we call a rapid unplanned disassembly. Well, she's not wrong. Here's the deal for the young'uns that are here, for the students. The world is made up largely of dreamers and doers. You're doers. We have great people that are dreamers and they dream technology and inventions and all things, but you're the ones who will apply it. And at points in your career, you're going to give feedback to somebody about why this clamp didn't work well in healthcare, or why this program didn't work in computing, or why this level of gas for welding isn't quite right. You're the doers. You make things happen and keep the world working. That's what we're proud of with this college. In case you didn't know it, I'm going to tell you two cool things about the college, then I'm going to introduce some guests. According to WalletHub, a national financial services company, they evaluate about 700 two-year colleges every year for their best to worst list. Among the Kansas two-year colleges, we're number one for the 4th year in a row, according to WalletHub. Yeah. Nationally, because I got a call from a Kansas City TV station, nationally, we came in number 4 out of over 700 colleges. So you are in the Final Four. That's pretty cool. Yeah. The other thing, and your parents need to listen to this so you can pay them back someday for investing in you. Georgetown University does a national analysis of the return on investment of higher education. They look at all colleges and universities in the country, private, public, everything. And they use a metric called net present value. What's the value of your education over your career working, which is estimated to be 40 years. So they measured it 10 years out, 20 years out, 30 years out, 40 years out. For the Kansas public colleges and universities, 10 years out, we're number 2. 20 years out, we're number 1. 30 and 40 years out, we're number 2. And the only one who beats us 30 and 40 years out is a university that has a medical school and a funny-looking blue bird. We beat everybody else out. So you are, again, you're joining an elite institution that teaches skilled technical education. We provide education to you for high wage, high demand, and or critical need jobs. So you're going into a pretty challenging thing with big payoffs, not just for you, but for the company you work for and actually for the whole national economy. So thank you for being here. Now, pardon me while I introduce some key folks that are here. When I say your name, if you would stand up, we'll hold the applause till the end. What did I just say? Hold the applause till the end. See, key thing is to follow instructions. Okay, we'll talk more about that later. So we got a lot of key people I want to introduce, in no particular order, but Dave Urban with Landmark Bank, and he's also a member of our board. Zach Collins with Snap-on. Josh Brewer, Manhattan Area Habitat for Humanity. We do a lot of cool things with that group and with architecture at K-State. Pauline folks from NC3, thank you so much. NC3 is a great organization. Dawson Mehring from Congressman Tracy Mann's office. Kevin Ingram, Manhattan Christian College and member of the Chamber Board. Carrie Keller, K-State Career Center, and Anthony Ibarra from the Career Center at K-State. John Armbrust, a board member of ours with a lot of help for us in a lot of ways. Vicki Moore from Caterpillar, and I understand she has colleagues that will be seeing you at the reception. Nathan Redeker, BHS Construction. Jacob Hafner, Advanced Technologies Consultants. Kevin Ward, Train. Kevin and I have been working together for years. Thank you for supporting us. Brian Findler, McCown Gordon. Brett Ballou, Schultz Construction, and Chairman of our Board of Directors. Mike Machichil with Matheson Gas. Wamachil, sorry, I'm reading my own writing. He's been so instrumental helping us with welding. Brad Hartenstein, Flint Hills Home Builders Association. Dan Crouch, BBN, he's our key architect on our campus plans. Brad Ross, OSE. I think upstairs later you're going to meet Heather Peterson from Anderson Knight. She's also on our board. And then we especially want to thank the Chamber of Commerce in Manhattan for hosting this, sponsoring this with us. So I'd like to introduce George Kant, Darren Solden, and Jason Smith, and you're going to hear more from Jason shortly. But guys, thank you in the Chamber so much. Who did I miss? I missed Harry, but Harry works for me. Okay, we're good. So if you would mind giving these folks a big hand. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. You ready? Yeah. Okay, it's all you. Oh, yeah, that's right. I almost forgot. Right. So, how could you forget? We got a couple nursing teachers right up here. We got HVAC teacher right here. I think he's going to pick on somebody. You know what they're going to do to you in class sometimes? They're going to do a snap quiz. Okay, I'm going to do the first one right now so you have the answer. Okay, we're a tech college. Everything's about application. This snap quiz is about the application of tools. Okay, ready? Okay, he's Vanna White. Vanna, you went downhill quick. What is this? A little louder. Screw. What is this? Very good. But some people will use a hammer like a drill. A hammer is not a, see, you passed. I actually have a t-shirt that shows a hammer and a screw, and it says, "This is not a drill." Get it? Loosen up, have some fun. Thank you, Vanna.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Chris and Tyler, back to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Gannett, the one and only. What you see is what you get with that man. That's why we love him. All right, so at this time, I'd like to introduce our next guest speaker. Jason Smith is the president and CEO of the Manhattan Area Chamber of Commerce. In his role at MATC, Smith oversees the day-to-day operations of the 950-member chamber, which also includes the lead tourism and economic development entities for the Little Apple. He came to Manhattan from Norman, Oklahoma, where he served as the president and CEO of the Norman Economic Development Coalition. He has previously served in chamber leadership roles in Abilene, Texas, and also Lincoln, Nebraska. While there, he helped those organizations achieve record memberships and national recognition for economic development programming. He has worked on projects that have created nearly 10,000 jobs and over $1 billion in private investments, which also includes the 2016 Texas Economic Development Project of the Year and the 2018 Oklahoma Economic Development Project of the Year. Prior to his work in Nebraska, Smith served 7 years as the executive director of the McAllister, Oklahoma Economic Development Service. Other experience includes nearly a decade of working at various newspapers in the Sooner State. Smith achieved certification in economic development from the IEDC in 2004, and he just completed his 25th year in economic development. Jason and his wife, Stacy, have 8 children and 4 granddaughters. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our distinct privilege to introduce to you Jason Smith, the president and CEO of the Manhattan Area Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
Are we on? Hello. Are we on?
Yep.
So every time I hear that bio, I think, man, I can't keep a job. And obviously, I'm not cool enough to get a lapel mic. I'm not sure exactly why that happened, or a red shirt. But I am glad to be here today, and I want to say congratulations to all of you that are here today to sign your letter of intent. We're all very happy for you, and we're all very proud of you. As a parent, as you heard, my wife and I have 8 kids, not all together. We came Brady bunched it together. But we have 7 kids, I think, who are at the point that they should, by now, be deciding what they're going to do with their lives. And unfortunately, like 2 of them have. So I'm very impressed that you all are here, and I want to get some hints from the parents in the back about how I can get my kids to make those decisions. But you all have figured out what a lot of people have, and is that a career in technical, a technical career, number 1, gets you to your career faster. Number 2, gets you to higher wages sooner. And number 3, gets you there with less debt. And so I'm very, very proud of you, and I want to congratulate you for doing that. As Jim mentioned, we are sponsoring this along with MATC. And we get asked to sponsor a lot of events, and some of them that we do, and a lot of them we can't just because of time. This is one we actually called MATC and said, hey, we want to get involved in this. How can we get involved in it? And there's a lot of reasons for that. Number 1, and I'll talk about this in a minute, but I've had the opportunity to work on a lot of economic development projects. Nearly every time we've been able to announce a large job creation project in a community, it's almost always had something to do with the Career Tech Education Center in that community. They have been the leading they've been the leading facilities for educating workforce in every community that I've been in. 4-year colleges are great. We love K-State, and there's a lot of things that we do in partnership with them to create jobs. But a lot of what we have in Manhattan are built on technical jobs. And that's why we have a lot of our leadership, and a lot of them are sitting in the front 2 or 3 rows here in this room. But if you think about Manhattan and the kind of employers we have, I mean, you think about some of the easy ones, the manufacturers, so like Florence or Manco. Obviously, most of the employees there are technical based. You think about our large we have great construction companies here, and a lot of their employees have technical education. Think about the hospital. The hospital is built on hundreds of technical workers, but even some of the more high-tech, the things that we think about and associate with science and discovery, like NBAF. NBAF has 125 scientists who every day will be going to that facility trying to figure out how to keep us safe from disease. But those 125 scientists are aided by over 300 people who are keeping the facility operational, most of which will either have been trained here or will be trained at MATC. So it's incredibly important to almost every industry we have in Manhattan that this facility continues to grow and prosper, and we have students to fill those programs. I'm not going to go into all the superlatives of how wonderful MATC is. Jim did a great job of that, as he always does. You know, Jim's one of the coolest guys I know. He's the only guy I know that can invite a bunch of 18 to 20-year-olds and then play 70s music as the introduction. But, you know, that's Jim, so we're glad. So thank you for helping fill these programs. They're going to be what keeps us moving forward as a community into the next decade and beyond. So a couple things I want you to consider as you move forward in your careers. Number one, and this is one that I learned, and it's one that I've seen other people learn. If you get into something and you find that you don't like it, it's okay, you can change. I know there's a lot of people, and I've met a lot of kids who they get into something and figure out, and they thought this is what I really want to do, and then they get in it, and they figure out it's not what they want to do, and they're just devastated, and they get lost, and they can't figure out what to do next. You are young enough, there is plenty of time to, if you decide you want to do something else, go into something else. And by going into technical education, it's a whole lot cheaper to figure that out now, right? And so be honest with yourself as you start. You're gonna today say what you're gonna do, but as you move forward, be thinking about long term, is this what I want to do? And if it's not, then find something else. There's plenty of opportunities going forward. The second thing I want you to consider, and this is something as an organization we are going to start talking about in Manhattan, because we haven't done as good a job of that in this community over the last couple of decades as we have previously. But you all are going to be moving into careers where it could be possible that you could go out and start your own business. Those are life-altering kind of decisions where you can actually generate wealth for your family for years to come. We would ask you to think about, as you move forward in your career, is this something that you might want to do and own your own business? We are creating tools that are available to Manhattan citizens to consult, so you can get consulting with business plans. You can find out what it's like to own your own business, kind of see what's in the ecosystem. We also are working right now on a fund to help small businesses get started. So let's say you are you go into construction and you decide, hey, I want to spin off and start my own little construction company and build homes. Consider doing that. There are all kinds of tools that help you do that going forward. So consider starting your own business. I think in the long run, you'll find out that'll be incredibly rewarding. Although in the meantime, you can work for one of our great employers. And that brings me to number 3. We want you to stay in Manhattan. If you don't hear anything else from me today, please hear this. We want you to stay in Manhattan when you're done. We have a booth upstairs. The chamber has a booth. It says Made for Manhattan on it, where there's a lot of materials. You all live here. You know most of about Manhattan, but stop by there and talk to George and Darren and kind of see what we have going on in terms of a program that we have called Made for Manhattan, where we are spotlighting what it's like to live here as a young adult. And one of the things that we've done that as you move forward and get into your careers that you should consider is we have a group called HYPE, which is Helping Young Professionals Emerge. And you don't have to be a chamber member to join. It's $50 a year to join. And it's a group of 250 young professionals who meet on a regular basis and just have a good time and get leadership training, and there's a variety of things in that process. So there is a young professionals community here when you graduate. We can help you find it. So please, when you get done, if you need a job, we have resources to help you find a job here locally. If whatever you need, we want you to stay here when you're done. So again, thank you for letting me be here to say a few words. Thank you, Jim, wherever Jim went, for letting us be sponsors of this great event. And congratulations again on making the decision to move forward in a highly rewarding career. So appreciate the opportunity to be here.
All right. Just echoing off of Jason, thank you so much for giving us that speech. Tyler, did you know?
Oh, man.
I'm echoing Jason on this. 87% of our graduates stay in this area.
Wow.
Yep.
So that's almost 9 out of 10.
Our students are the ones that make Manhattan move. We move forward. And I'm going to talk to this group as I introduce the next speaker, because these are my favorite people. Love you all, business guys. Y'all probably have heard my spiel anyways, but I get the pleasure of introducing our next distinguished guest speaker, Dean Youngers. As Director of Construction Operations, Dean's role is to oversee operational issues for the Kansas Business Unit, managing nearly $200 million in construction annually. Dean is also the current president of the AGC of Kansas, where he leads the efforts of the construction industry's largest association with nearly 300 member companies. Youngers also served 8 years as a local school board member for USD 264 in Clearwater, Kansas, including 3 years as board president. Throughout Dean's career, he has spent 20 plus years teaching carpentry, crew leader, and superintendent leadership classes for the AGC of Kansas and Hutchinson Community College in the evenings and on weekends. Dean has been married to his lovely wife, Ruth, for 40 years and has 2 children and 10 grandchildren, and he resides in Wichita, Kansas. We'd like to bring up Dean Youngers.
Thank you so much. Well, when they asked me to do this, we had a little miscommunication because I read the email and I thought it said 10 to 12 pages, not 10 to 12 minutes. So just buckle up and hold on. No, I think I got it right. Before I start here, got to get a little drink of water. I really want to thank the staff here, the parents, the family and friends of the students that are signing today, and most importantly, this group. I assume that's all students over there from what I'm looking at. You don't know how incredible it is for me to stand up here and be able to address you. I hope at the end of my talk you will know how incredible it is for me to stand up here and talk to you. I think we're about to get some feedback here. As they mentioned, I'm Director of Construction Operations for McCown Gordon for the Kansas Business Unit. That includes the Manhattan office. Here in Manhattan, it includes the Wichita office. And together, Manhattan and Wichita this year will do nearly $200 million in construction. McCown Gordon as a whole this year will be knocking real close on the door of $1 billion worth of construction put in place by the end of the year. So you think about, students, think about how many of you that takes. Do the math, divide $1 billion by 250-ish working days and see what you come up with. That takes a whole lot of people to put that in place. Technical education. All I can say is, wow, what a change there has been since I was a senior in high school. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about that because I think it's so important for what we're doing here today. Over the past years, we have witnessed many, many changes. But first, I want to recognize something. We're here today to talk about technical education. But I want to say there is no right or wrong recipe or path for post-secondary education. And I want to say that again. There is no right or wrong path for post-secondary education. Just get post-secondary education. Over 67% of the jobs today require post-secondary education. That number is expected to rise to 75% by 2025. So just graduating with a high school degree anymore doesn't cut it. You got to get post-secondary education, and that's what you're here to do, is get post-secondary education. So I want to tell you a little bit about me. because I think my story is very telling of what you're getting ready to go through. I was one of 7 boys. I was number 5 of 7. And if any of you have ever studied birth order, you know that that makes you a little bit of a rebel. You're that child that finds his own way because there's 4 of them ahead of you getting all the attention. And the baby's behind you and he's getting attention too. And so in school, the subject that came easiest to me was math. When I took my ACT, I scored 98th percentile in the nation in math. And I'm gonna be real honest with you, I slept through math class. I milked 140 cows every morning, and they put me in math class right after lunch. You wanna guess what I did? I slept. But math wasn't my thing. Math didn't challenge me. But creating things did. So I spent a lot of my time in drafting. I spent a lot of my time we had a cabinet making class, woodwork, welding, automotive. I probably should have been more in automotive. I'm not a very good mechanic. But that's where I spent my time in high school. And my high school counselor called me in one day because during school I spent that time there, and I went 2 days a week. At that time, East High in Wichita had a technical program. You could go 2 days a week, and I went in carpentry. And he knew that when I got out of school, I was going to go into the trades and continue my technical education. He called me in the office one day and he said, "Dean, you're wasting your talent." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "You scored 98th percentile in the nation in math." And I'm going to see how many of the folks in here remember the word that can fill in this sentence. He said, "I want you to go to college and get a," nope, it was before degree, real job. A real job. Meaning that anything less than college at that time was not a real job. They stopped using that term in the early 80s because they figured out that really wasn't the way that you should be talking to students about career and technical education. Thankfully, that has changed, and thankfully for you students, that has changed. And right now, we have a huge emphasis on community career and technical education. I got out of high school, and I started in the trades as a carpenter. I was quickly promoted to a carpenter foreman. And then I went on to be a superintendent, and I realized at that time that I needed a little more education. So I went to Austin Community College. I was living in Austin, Texas. Anybody ever watched the show Dallas and saw where they used to go see Cliff, the stepbrother, in the country club? I built that country club. I went to Austin Community College, and the Association of General Contractors, this was my first touch with the Association of General Contractors, had a program called STP, Superintendent Training Program. It was 10 courses, 6 weeks each course, 2 nights a week. And I took that course, and I then became superintendent and general superintendent. I then went on to take some other career and technical education, including OSHA 500 training at Red Rocks College, Leadership Elite, and many HR certificates from Wichita State's Center for Career Excellence. Other positions I've held in my career included Vice President of Workforce Development, Owner's Rep right here in Manhattan. Some of you remember the 2008 bond issue. And when they passed that, I don't know if any of you remember what happened in 2008 in the construction industry, but you could not buy a job. And so I left my employer at that time because I was Vice President of Workforce Development. And with no work, they didn't need that person. so I left, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this later, but because of relationships, I ended up here in Manhattan managing the 2008 bond issue for the school district here. Spent about 5 years here. Came up 4 days a week here, drove home on the weekends. So then I became director of construction operations at McCown Gordon, where I'm at now, and truly love my position. And I will take this position to retirement. Then I'm going to come down and talk to you and see if you have an older people's group to start small businesses. I'm thinking about setting up something down there at the corner of the park, selling drinks to the people. Wanting to get back to the industry, I became NCCR certified, and like they mentioned before, I taught carpentry classes for over 20 years. I've also taught crew leader and the AGC superintendent program. I was also, as they mentioned, on a school board for 8 years, 3 of president, and now president of the AGC of Kansas. All of those are things that I hope that some of you do. And the reason I tell that story is because I was you 42 years ago. And you can do great things with your education here. You can move on to do any and all of those things. And I want to echo the comments of staying in your area. One of the things that we talk about a lot at the board meetings for the Association of General Contractors, this is not a stat the state is proud of, so you don't hear it much. The state of Kansas is now 42nd. We were 47th in out-migration of students graduating from college. We need our students to stay here. I don't know if anybody's been watching the news, but we have Panasonic coming here. You have Embath coming here to Manhattan. We have 2 to 3 chip manufacturers looking at coming to Kansas. We need our students to stay in the state of Kansas, and I hope you consider that. So as you can see, I am a product of you. And I'm proud to say that I've been part of many teams that have put together over 200 real projects. And this trade has been a real job for me for more than 42 years. So students, to you, I want you to go on and do remarkable things in your career path. You know, whether you're in the construction trades like me, or medical, or any of the automotive, any of the other career paths they teach here, remember, you can always learn something from everybody you come in contact with, and to learn from every job as you move forward. You will be strong members of your community, and I encourage you to get involved. The one thing I want you to take away to remember today and every day of your career is that the skills taught here are only part of the equation. What's the other part, you might say? Well, I want to talk about 2 of them today. I want to talk about relationships and dedication. Without relationships, the advancements that you heard me talk about in my career would not have happened. I learned early on that relationships mattered. And to build those relationships, regardless of where you start in any organization, build relationships because they matter, because those relationships will help you become a better employee as time goes on. One of the stories I want to tell you is about a guy named Ward Nippert. Ward Nippert was organized all the classes that I taught for the AGC, and he was from McPherson, and Ward, great guy, and I got to know him really well. And in 2008, the crash happened, and a lot of people were looking for jobs, and there was 10 people for every job. And Ward called me one night and he said, hey, I know you're looking for something else to do. He said, I got a friend in Manhattan named Dr. Robert Shannon, and they passed a bond issue, and I think he wants somebody to manage that for him. And I said, I'd love to talk to him. And without that relationship, I would have never landed that job that carried me, my family, through those tough times between 2008 and 2011, 12. So relationships matter. Always remember that. The other thing I want to talk to you about today is dedication. Today we hear so much, everywhere you go you hear about the generational issues. And I want to tell you something. Dedication outweighs generational issues any day of the week. I don't care what generation you're from. If you're dedicated to your job, it will outweigh any generational issues you have with the generations before you or after you. It's all about dedication. What is dedication? Is dedication just that desire to do better? Is it the movie Rocky? Is it the movie Blindside? Is it the movie Bucket List, where they were dedicated to getting their bucket list done? Well, I suggest to you that dedication is trying to be the best you can do every day. My dad, who you heard earlier, raised 7 boys. One of them was an engineer for Case New Holland for 30 plus years, a master inventor. Next one was a master in the asphalt industry. States from all around called him to get their asphalt designed for their roads. The third one was a RF-4 pilot flying over Germany in Reagan's years, if you want to know what he was doing. He can't tell you, but you can figure that out. Then he flew for FedEx for 30 years. The next one took over my dad's machine shop, which is still in business today. Then there's me. Then the 2 after me who helped both got into the machine shop business with my brother just older than me. But one thing he always told us, he said, I don't care what you do in life. I don't care what career you choose. I just want you to strive to be the best damn one there is. So, you can tell by now that career and technical education is extremely important to me. And as I stated earlier, to be your keynote speaker today is a real honor. So congratulations on your signing, whichever discipline you're going into. I'm proud of you for taking this. I am so proud of the technical education institutions around the country for having a signing day like this. They started with something I had no idea what they were going to start with. But the sports theme. Do you know what the difference between you signing and an athlete signing is? 90% of those athletes, plus probably 95, that signing means nothing after 4 years. They're done after college. Very few of them go on to pros. This is only the beginning for you. So there's a big difference in that signing of what you're doing and what those athletes are doing. Kudos to those athletes. We love watching them, don't we? We all do. I do. Every one of us does. And again, I want to go back to there is no right or wrong path to post-secondary education. So I only have one request to you, the students, and that is, I don't care which discipline you are, but I want you to be the best, say it, best damn one there is. Thank you and have a great day.
Once again, thank you to Dean Youngers for speaking to us.
Thank you so
McCown Gordon, they just did a good job on the Manhattan High, on the new expansion out there, man. They do good work. Hey, Chris, I got a joke for you. Okay. I have a construction joke for you.
Oh, man. Okay, what's the joke?
I don't know. I'm still working on it.
Sounds like it's a work in progress.
It is definitely a work in progress. So there's a lot of people in this great room. A few people we recognize. A few people have spoken to us. A couple others from the Manhattan community. Again, it takes a village. Manhattan's a great place. Because we have some great people in the crowd. Brad Hartenstein from the Flannels Area Builders Association's here. We've got Darren. What's up, Darren? How are you? I see you. We got Brad and Dan in the back. Samantha Wagner, the best mortgage lender in Manhattan. You can find her at Landmark Bank. She's in the crowd. So we got a great community of support with you for a great tech college. And I've got to ask you, Chris, what is your favorite thing about Manhattan Tech?
Ooh, good question. So I think a lot of our faculty and staff would probably answer the same way. We give a damn.
Oh.
Yeah. So every one of our instructors are an expert in their field, and they care about you. All of our staff and faculty are going to do anything they can to help you be successful. And that's what I absolutely love. And the other part, I'm going to give you a two-part answer on
All right, let's go.
Is the students. All of our students are resilient. They will go through great lengths. They all have lives. You all have lives outside of your education. But you find a way to be successful. And that is what I admire about you. And I know we have plenty of folks here that admire the same thing.
Yeah, you guys are wonderful. As a officially unofficial Manhattan Tech ambassador,
yes,
I just got kind of adopted into this role.
Well, he went out and bought this burgundy blazer, so we just gave him a job.
I look like Ron Burgundy. I'm here to report the news.
That's right.
But hey, speaking of which, you want to get this party going?
Let's go.
Let's get the party started. All right, get your wrists loose and limber, because ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the signing ceremony for the Manhattan Area Technical College's 4th annual National Technical Letter of Intent signing.
We invite family and friends to take photos. Please just kind of stay away from this guy, because he's taking all these like big fancy photos to give to you all later.
David Mays does good work. Look him up online.
Woo! Nice plug. We are recording this event, and it will be broadcast on the National Coalition of Certification Centers, or NC3's website, along with the Manhattan Tech website.
And our business and industry partners are here to demonstrate their support and to let our students know that they are committed to their success and that great careers await them upon graduation.
Yep, and as you've probably noticed, there's some folks sitting with you. That is our faculty, and they are here to let our future students know that they are committed to helping them learn and apply their knowledge to their field of expertise. We invite the business and industry representatives that we've heard from today, from each technical sector and faculty from each program to come front and stand behind our future students as you sign for your letter of support. Our first program today, it is my pleasure to get this started, and we're going to welcome our newest air conditioning and refrigeration students. We invite all the air conditioning and refrigeration faculty and business and industry representatives to the front to stand behind the students. Please bring your black folders with you. Oh, you know what we need more of? HVAC. My air conditioning died on me, and I am struggling to get that fixed.
Oh my goodness. Somebody asked me the other day, what is your favorite invention of all time? And I said, without a doubt, the air conditioner.
Absolutely.
I would have been a terrible pioneer, I tell you that.
All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. All right, the students pursuing our career in air conditioning refrigeration, please take the letters out of your folders. Please grab the pen that's in front of you and place your signature on the document that is in front of you. This signature is your intent to complete your Manhattan Tech program successfully and graduate workplace ready.
All right, and while they're doing that, we're just going to ask Alan here a question. So, Alan, tell me about the occupational work experience our students participated in the spring semester with our HVAC program.
Actually, they're on it right now, this week. They go out and essentially shadow tradespeople and kind of further their education, more real-world experience.
Awesome.
Excellent. All right, students, please take one letter and the black folder with you as a memento. Please leave the pen and your other letter on the table so we can keep it as your record of commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding the next generation of air conditioning refrigeration professionals.
You can put your hats on.
You can put your hats on. Now it's official.
Let's
the hat's
go, baby.
On.
Let's go,
Let's
baby.
Go. All right, you guys can just go around this way. Sorry.
All right.
I'm pretty excited for this next group.
Yeah, the next one, these are the ones that will be taking care of all of us at some point in our lives.
Absolutely.
Where's the nurses at? It is our pleasure to welcome our newest Associate Degree of Nursing students. We invite all the Associate Degree of Nursing faculty and business and industry representatives to the front to stand behind the students. Large program, lots of good faces out there. A lot of people that are really going to be helping us out in the future.
You know, I turned 30 this year, and I've been in the doctor's office more than I have my entire life. I'm getting old.
It's all downhill after 30,
downhill.
they say. All right, well, the students pursuing a career in associate degree of nursing, please take your letters of intent out of your folders. And then please place your signature on the document in front of you. This signature is your intent to complete your Manhattan Tech program successfully and ready to graduate workplace ready.
Okay, and again, we're going to ask one of our nursing instructors a question. So I'm going to pick on Dominic first. What other types of job opportunities exist for graduates besides the traditional options of working in a hospital or long-term facility?
Well, as a RN, you've got many options out there available. You've got outpatient clinics, a lot of med stops, a lot of public health services, occupational services, hospice care. So there's multiple options out there besides just working in the traditional hospital setting.
All right, awesome. All right, thank you.
All right, so please take one letter. Well, put your hats on to make it official, because that's what you do when you sign your letter of intent. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding the next generation of associate degree of nursing professionals. And of course, please take one letter in the black folder with you as a memento, and then leave the other letter and pen on the table for us to keep as a record of your commitment. All right, we got another round. All the nurses. So we'll get the table reset for you, and then we'll invite the next group of the associate degree of nursing students to the table up front.
All right, actually, we're going to do this while they're coming up. So my next question, and this one's going to be for Deirdre. What is something different that students do in the associate degree nursing program that they didn't do in the practical nursing program? So associate degree nursing, for those of you that maybe don't know, is our RN program. Oh, sorry.
Okay, so some of the things that we do as an associate degree nurse, as a registered nurse, versus the LPNs are, we have advanced practice pathophysiology. So when we learn about the normals, we're going to take our RN students and we're going to teach them about the abnormals and what can go wrong. We're going to talk about leadership and management. That's a really big part of what it means to be an RN. And so in addition to all of the nursing things that you think about, we're also going to teach them how to be great leaders in the community.
All right.
All right, so if you could, please place your signature on the document in front of you. This signature is your intent to complete your Manhattan Tech program successfully and graduate workplace ready. Got some John Hancocks on there? Oh, yeah. You know, like they say, the first action to any thought is writing it down. So a signature works the same way. Well, good to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding the next generation of associate degree of nursing professionals. Of course, please take one letter in the black folder with you as a memento and leave the other letter and pen on the table for us to keep as a record of your commitment. Very well done. Very well done.
All right, well, the next group's coming up. The next question, this one, we're going to go back to Deirdre again. How many clinical hours do our associate degree nursing students log during the program?
We do 315 clinical hours. We have different courses, and so the first half of, they're going to do 135 hours, and then as they get ready to graduate, they're going to do 180 hours of clinical work. So by the time they graduate, they are prepared and ready to get out into practice.
All right, so will the students pursuing a career in associate degree of nursing please take your letters of intent out of your folders? And then please place your signature on the document in front of you. This signature is your intent to complete your Manhattan Tech program successfully and graduate workplace ready. Oh yeah, some pen strokes. We are good to go. So ladies and gentlemen, Please join me in applauding the next generation of Associate Degree of Nursing professionals. And of course, please take one letter with the black folder with you as a memento and leave the other pen on the table along with your letter so that way we can keep a record of your documentation.
Okay, our last group is coming up here for Associate Degree Nursing. So the last question for Dominic, what is the faculty like?
So the faculty here for the ADN program, most of us actually started off as an ADN, so we understand the trials and tribulations that they're going through. But we all have moved on and gotten our master's degrees. We've worked in different areas within clinical expertise, and we bring that to the program, being able to teach specifically certain areas that are crucial to becoming an RN.
All right, will the students pursuing a career in Associate Degree of Nursing please take your letters of intent out of your folders. Please place your signature on the document in front of you. This signature is your intent to complete your Manhattan Tech program successfully and graduate workplace ready. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding the next generation of Associate Degree of Nursing professionals. And of course, please take one letter in the black folder with you as a memento. Yeah, see, you guys got it down. Nursing students, man, they're the top tier people.
All right, Tyler.
Yes, that was, shout out to the nurses, though.
Shout out to the nurses.
Shout
That
out
was
to the
great.
nurses.
It is now my pleasure to introduce the next group of individuals that will probably be working on a lot of my cars here in the near future. As Jaron knows, I have quite the fleet of broken cars. It is now my pleasure to welcome the newest automotive technology students. We will invite all the automotive technology faculty and any business partners to please come up.
All right, and as they're doing that, my turn to pick on Jaron. All right, so all three of our instructors are ASE certified master mechanics. What is the significance of teaching our students using ASE accredited curriculum?
So ASC program accreditation standardizes our curriculum with that of industry standards. So that really maximizes our students' potentials for being hired out in the industry. And that's what it's really all about. As long as these students understand what they're getting into, know what they're doing, employers are going to be very confident in their hire. So.
Excellent. Will the students pursuing a career in automotive technology please take out the letters of intent as I see you have. Please place your signature on the document in front of you. This signature is your intent to complete your Manhattan Tech program successfully and graduate workplace ready. Just give us that best John Hancock signature that you can give us. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to introduce the next generation of automotive technology professionals. Please take the letter in a black folder as a memento. Leave the other letter in a pen as your record of commitment. Congratulations and welcome to Manhattan Tech.
Okay, and as the second group comes up, we'll ask our second question of Jaron. Our students receive toolkits as part of the cost with this program. Are they able to purchase additional tools that they want throughout the two-year program?
Absolutely. So students receive their toolkits. They can pay for that via financial aid. That is going to give them all their basic hand tools that they will need to get through the course. But we absolutely encourage them to purchase specialty or power tools to enhance those toolboxes.
Excellent. Will the students pursuing a career in automotive technology please pull out the letter of intent and please place your signature on the document in front of you. This signature is your intent to complete your Manhattan Tech program successfully and graduate workplace ready. Excellent. I see all the pens are moving.
Mom's yelling.
Please grab that hat, throw it on, make it official. Make a Facebook post if you need to. But ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding the next generation of automotive technology professionals. Please take one letter in the black folder with you as a memento and leave the other letter in a pen on the table and keep as a record of commitment. Congratulations and welcome to Manhattan Tech. You guys can go this way.
All right, we got the business folks. All right. So yeah, it is my pleasure to welcome our newest business students. We invite all business faculty and business and industry representatives to the front to stand behind the students.
All right, so I get to pick on Jason York here. So Jason, what opportunity, oh, sorry, wrong one. Tell me about the internship opportunity portion of business programs.
Well, students have unlimited opportunities for internships, and the great thing about internships is a lot of times they lead to full-time jobs. Some of our PAC members and some of our local companies even offer employee tuition reimbursement. So the company might even pay for that graduate from METC to go on to get their bachelor's degree. So that's a great opportunity. Right now we have a couple accounting students that are working full-time in an accounting job while they're taking their business courses. One's working for a firm here in Manhattan, and one is working for a firm in Hayes.
All right, business students. All right, so will the students pursuing a career in business please take your letters of intent out of your folders? Please place your signature on the document in front of you. This signature is your intent to complete your Manhattan Tech program successfully and graduate workplace ready. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding the next generation of business professionals. You can, please take one letter in the black folder with you as a memento and leave the other letter and pin on the table for us to keep as a record of your commitments. Best of luck to you guys. I started a business from scratch, and it's the scariest, craziest thing you'll ever do in your life, but it's the most rewarding thing you can do. So if you can dream it, you can do it for sure. And this is a good place to start with it. So good luck to you guys. Congratulations and welcome to Manhattan Area Technical College.
All right, it is now my pleasure to welcome our newest construction technology students. We invite all the construction technology faculty and business partners up to the front and students.
All right, we'll get Ed over here. All right, Ed, and I know that Brett, or Mr. Younger's mentioned this as well, but what does NCCER stand for and describe the importance?
NCCER stands for National Center for Construction Research and Education. It is a national organization that has developed a standardized curriculum that's used throughout the country and throughout Kansas. All the testing is standardized throughout the country. So if you leave here and go to another college, you're not walking into something new and unseen before. The other thing that's really the big advantage is you walk out here with the nationally recognized certifications.
Excellent. Will the students pursuing a career in construction technology please take out your letters of intent and please place your signature on the document in front of you. This signature is your intent to complete your Manhattan Tech program successfully and graduate workplace ready. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me applaud the next generation of construction technology professionals. Please take one letter in a black folder with you as a memento. Please leave the other letter in the pen on the table, and you can come right this way. Congratulations and welcome to Manhattan Tech.
All right, so they say this isn't about sports, but where's the lineman at? It is my pleasure to welcome our newest electric power and distribution students. We invite all electric power and distribution faculty in business and industry representatives to the front to stand behind the students. What's up, Brady Brummett? How are you?
All right, my first question for Justin. What opportunities exist for students graduating in the electric power and distribution field? So what kind of jobs?
They can do many different jobs that they wouldn't even imagine. I've had guys come out of here, sales reps. They can work in blank. No, they can do a lot. They can work in sales. They can go out and work as REA. They can do IOUs. They can work contractor. They can work city. There's many different opportunities out there, and a lot of them don't even know. Yeah, helicopters. I've had students go into helicopters.
I hope you guys like heights.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a prerequisite
That's a
for
prerequisite,
sure.
For sure,
yeah. Okay, so will the students pursuing a career in electric power and distribution please take your letters of intent out of your folders? Please place your signature on the document in front of you. The signature is your intent to complete your Manhattan Tech program successfully and to graduate workplace ready. All right, got pins on the table. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding the next generation of electric power and distribution professionals.
All right, as the next group comes up, we'll ask the next question. So your students have prep polls in line for a hotline school that happens in September of a year at our 30-acre site by Keats. Can you tell us a little bit about who comes to that and then why?
Yeah, we get a variety of people from Kansas, Nebraska, I've even seen Oklahoma, Colorado that come to it. You get some cities, REAs, you get some contractors from Nebraska and Oklahoma. So you get a lot of different groups coming in and helping out, and yeah, a lot of different work practices for sure.
And they use our lines and basically just practice that for...
Yeah, these guys build lines. They're building line right now. They build line for a couple months and get it looking, pretty. And because all these guys come in from all over the place, and they like to, if something doesn't look right, they start judging. So our line always looks really nice, and we take a lot of time on it for sure.
All right, so will the students pursuing a career in electric power and distribution please take your letters of intent out of your folders? Please place your signature on the document in front of you. This signature is your intent to complete your Manhattan Tech program successfully and to graduate workplace ready. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding the next generation of electric power and distribution professionals. These guys are certainly amazing at what they do. I mean, it's amazing. There was a tornado in Shawnee, Oklahoma last night. They were live streaming it on YouTube. And before they were done with that stream, they already had linemen out there working on it. It's amazing.
The question that we all want to know, what is the highest pole you've ever climbed?
Yeah, it's not that impressive. It's only a 55 foot pole, but I have gone up further in a bucket truck for sure.
Only 55 foot, though.
Wait, you climbed it? I get out of breath just climbing my stairs in my house, dude.
Once you hit 30, you fell apart, didn't you?
I'm telling you, man.
Man. All right. So will the students pursuing a career in electric power and distribution please take your letters of intent out of your folders? All right. Please place your signature on the document in front of you. This signature is your intent to complete your Manhattan Tech program successfully and graduate workplace ready. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding the next generation of electric power and distribution professionals. Congratulations and welcome to the Manhattan Area Technical College.
All right, it is now my pleasure to welcome one of our newer programs, as Dr. Jeanette likes to call it. It's our 21st Century Erector Set. I'm sure our instructor, Mark Miller, will talk a little bit more, but this is our new industrial engineering technology. We invite all the students and faculty and business partners to please come to the front and stand behind the students.
All right, so my question for Mark is, what kind of career opportunities can a graduate of this program pursue?
So this is a multidiscipline craft, so we blend electricity, mechanics, automation, all tied back into computers. So in the end, any one of those multiple fields that has industrial automation, and if you're real lucky, you can end up back in education just like me. So.
Will the students pursuing a career in industrial engineering technology please take out the letters inside your black folders? Please grab a pen and place your signature on the document in front of you. This signature is your intent to complete your Manhattan Tech program successfully and graduate workplace ready. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding the next generation of industrial engineering technology professionals. Please take one letter in your black folder with you as a memento and leave the letter and a pen on the table as a record of your commitment. Congratulations and welcome to Manhattan Tech.
All right, so now it is my pleasure to welcome our newest information and network technology students. We invite all information and network technology faculty and business and industry representatives to the front to stand behind the students.
Okay. Oh, there we go. So the question I have for Rodney is, where are possible employment opportunities for information network technology graduates?
Michelle, the thing that's great about our trade, our skills, is every company, every business, every service needs information technology support. So there are opportunities aplenty for our graduates.
All right, well, the students pursuing a career in information and network technology, please take your letters of intent out of your folders. Please place your signature on the document in front of you. This signature is your intent to complete your Manhattan Tech program successfully and to graduate workplace ready. Beautiful, beautiful signatures. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding the next generation of information and network technology professionals. All right, please take one letter in the black folder with you as a memento and leave the other letter and pen on the table for us to keep a record of your commitment. Great job, great job. Welcome to Manhattan Tech. And you even had Jim behind you, so you got a photo of the legend.
All right, it is now my pleasure to welcome our newest medical laboratory technology students. We invite all MLT or medical laboratory technology faculty and business partners to please come and stand behind the students.
Okay, so my question for Marcy is, what different career options exist for medical laboratory technician graduates?
Okay, medical laboratory technicians are trained to analyze blood and body fluids and work in hospital laboratories, physician and clinic laboratories, and reference laboratories, but they also have the skills to work in biomedical research and production laboratories, veterinary medicine laboratories, and forensic laboratories.
Thank you,
Kinds of
Marcy.
options.
All right, will the students pursuing a career in medical laboratory technology please take out the letters of intent out of the black folder? Please grab your pen and place your signature on the document in front of you. This signature is your intent to complete your Manhattan Tech program successfully and graduate workplace ready. Excellent. Get used to signing. I feel like there's a lot of signing in medical lab technology. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding the next generation of medical laboratory technology professionals. Please take one letter in the black folder with you as a memento and leave the letter in a pen so as your record of commitment. Congrats and welcome to Manhattan Tech.
Great job, great job. Welcome aboard. All right, so it is my pleasure to welcome our newest practical nursing students. We invite all practical nursing faculty and business and industry representatives to the front to stand behind the students.
Okay, so my question, we'll pick on Cindy first. What is the advantage of attending Manhattan Tech's nursing program?
Well, I think one of the advantages is that we really try to stress academic excellence and practice readiness. Our students, when they graduate are ready both academically and they are prepared for their environment and for their profession.
All right, well, the students pursuing a career in practical nursing, please take your letters of intent out of your folders. Please place your signature on the document in front of you. This signature is your intent to complete your Manhattan Tech program successfully and to graduate workplace ready. All right, man, you guys were on it. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding the next generation of practical nursing professionals. Congratulations once again and welcome to Manhattan Tech.
Okay, and as the second group comes up here, I'll ask the second question. This one's from Monique. what study habits are important for the practical nursing program?
This is probably important for everyone in here that's going to school. Creating really strong study habits. We say limit work to only 15 to 20 hours a week, and then it's usually about 15 hours to 20 hours of studying. We always say you have to be ready before the doctor comes in and sees your patient. So.
All right, well, the students pursuing a career in practical nursing, please take your letters of intent out of your folders. And then go ahead and please place your signature on the document in front of you. This signature is your intent to complete your Manhattan Tech program successfully and graduate workplace ready. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applying the next generation of practical nursing professionals. Congratulations once again, and welcome to Manhattan Tech.
All right, it is now my pleasure to welcome one of our most extroverted instructors on campus and our new welding technology students. We invite all welding faculty and business partners to stand behind the students.
All right, so my question for Thomas is, what does AWS stand for?
The AWS stands for the American Welding Society. It's a recognized thing around our industry. We teach the AWS D11 code, which is structural steel. Yeah.
Will the students pursuing a career in welding technology please take out a letter of intent? Please place your signature with a supplied pen on the document in front of you. This signature is your intent to complete your Manhattan Tech program successfully and graduate workplace ready. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applying the next generation of welding technology professionals. Please take one letter and the black folder, and as a memento, please leave one letter and the pen on the table, and congratulations and welcome to Manhattan Tech.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, do we need to move this podium back up for our next guy?
You talk, I'll move it.
All right, well, actually, I think we both need to move it.
All right, everyone's going to watch us move the podium here real quick.
All right,
and then,
there we go.
All right, we're back.
Dude, that was awesome. I didn't realize Manhattan Tech had so many wonderful programs and stuff that's like actual real-world practical applications.
Absolutely, and every one of these students means something to, well, their families and obviously to us. We're training the next generation, so cue the Star Trek theme music and let's bring this home.
And of course, 87% of those graduates stick around Manhattan or the surrounding area. So 9 out of 10 of those students will be right here in Manhattan. So, my friend, I think we just got to keep on moving along.
I believe so. At this time, I'd like to welcome to the podium our Dean of Academic Affairs, Nathan Roberts.
Good afternoon, everybody. Again, I'm Nathan Roberts, Dean of Academic Affairs, and I have one of the best tasks today. I get to announce our scholarship winners, those who we will draw. We are going to draw 4 $250 book vouchers and 2 $500 foundation scholarships. So I don't know if you were in the situation I was when I was an undergrad and pursuing my education, but scholarships were really important to me. And no matter how small those were, they would grease the wheel, so to speak, to reach my academic pursuits. So if for some reason you are not drawn today, then there should be information in your packet about applying for other scholarships and financial aid as well. So without further ado, I believe I have some assistants to draw our students. Okay. First ticket for a $250 book voucher, 799-5258. All right.
We have
let's
a
go.
winner.
Let's go, baby.
Come on up.
Come on up. Winner number 2, 799-5267. All right, come on up.
Let's go.
All righty, come on down.
Quick little delay on that last number. Way to really
Just
stretch it out.
build the suspense.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can fill that out, please, and if you don't mind staying up here, and for the individual that won, we'd like to take a picture at the end of everybody that won. So, yeah, fill that out. Winner number 3, $250 book voucher, 799-5305. 5305. There is. So we have a winner from one of our nursing students that was here earlier, Amanda Doster. Congratulations. All right. Keep that one. Is this the fourth one? Okay. Winner number 4, 799-5257.
Let's go.
All right. Come on up.
I think these were bingo numbers last night, if I remember right.
There you are. Thank you. Okay. And so we have the 2 winners for $500 foundation scholarships. Winner number 1 is Paige Brown, another nursing student. And, sorry. And our second winner is 799-5291.
All right, let's go.
Come on up. And thank you. Congratulations to all our winners. I believe we'll take a quick picture. Oh, wait.
Oh, man, we got the Happy
Oh,
Gilmore
wait.
check.
You get the big Ed McMahon check. All right, thank you. Congratulations.
Great job to all the winners. Man, the Happy Gilmore check. You got to love those. That's how you know it's official. Once again, thank you to Nathan Roberts, the Dean of Academic Affairs, for giving away some scholarships. So for these students today, it's not just about a piece of paper or a formality, but it is a symbol of their passion and their determination to pursue a career and make a difference in their chosen field and in their communities. It represents the countless hours that they will spend honing their skills and the sacrifices they will make along the way to get to that point.
We want to take a moment to congratulate each and every one of the students for their achievements thus far and for making the commitment to pursue their passions through career technical education. Your hard work and dedication are an inspiration to us all. I also want to take a moment to recognize the family, friends, teachers, and mentors who have supported these students along the way. You have played an important role in helping them achieve their goals, and your support and encouragement have made a world of difference.
And then finally, I want to remind the students that this is just the beginning of your journey. With hard work, dedication, and a commitment to lifelong learning, you will achieve great things in your career and also in your lives. Congratulations again, and best of luck on your future endeavors. At this time, we'd like to welcome back to the podium the one and only. Well, fine then, Dr. Ganant. Wait, sorry, he doesn't like that. Sorry, Jim.
Thank you. Again, thank you, parents and friends, business leaders, chamber, students, faculty, staff. This is great. Next year, when we do this, and you're completing your first year with us, during that year, you're going to see our first new building in Forever going up over here on the east side of the campus, our Advanced Technology Center. And some of you will get to have the privilege of being in there by your second year. And we're real excited for that. And again, we thank a lot of people who are helping us finance that. Last thing I'm going to tell you is this, because this means a lot. You'll understand when I read it. It's by a guy named Edmund Lee. Surround yourself with the dreamers and the doers. the believers and the thinkers, but most of all, surround yourself with those who see greatness within you even when you don't see it yourself. I know I've been the beneficiary of that with a lot of people in my life. You will too because of our faculty and staff. Just remember, you're the doers. You make things happen. You take care of people and things, and that matters. So congratulations, good luck. Use our staff and faculty. Ask questions. If something's not going right, ask for help. We don't read minds, okay? You got to talk to us. Parents, again, thank you. Chamber and other business folks, thank you so much. Reception's upstairs. Parents, take pictures anywhere you want to, down here, up there. Thank you all. Have a good day.